Wow, the numbers came out for the third quarter, and they are better than expected. We're going to go over that article as well as several different articles, including the top 25 luxury worldwide markets. I know it's kind of a fun day. We're also going to go over our infamous interest rates, which are good again. That and all the other stuff that we go over here on Real Estate Daily. Welcome, everyone. My name is Troy. Every day we go over the latest news in real estate, housing, and the mortgage markets. Now, before we jump in, let's go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Subscribe button. Little delay there, but we'll accept it. We know that she's been out hammered, talk about it. All right, let's jump right into it. This is from Housing Wire. The Case-Shiller CoreLogic National Home Price Index, which is what is the standard. Now, I can find 1,000 other indexes that come out and can go and, form my narrative, but I don't want to do that. I want to go over what Case-Shiller is. It's the most important, as well as it's the most informative, using the most data that's out there. So it says home appreciation continues to slow. We kind of knew that, but a lot of articles that have been coming out lately, and I went over it yesterday, and again, I can go over it today. Oh, the housing market's crashing, which would indicate not down a little, but down, oh my God, a lot. And then, or we have, it's collapsing, I saw yesterday, or, again, I keep saying this over and over. Bozos can write articles, but they're not out there boots on the ground. They don't have a license. So what are they doing? They're just shaping narratives for themselves. The S&P CoreLogic Case-Shiller is not. It's just what a lot of lenders use. In fact, most lenders use this to go ahead and figure out what's going on in the real world in real estate. So let's go over this. A couple things. I'll go on the second paragraph, which is kind of the more important one. It says national home prices posted an annual gain of 10.6% in September, bringing the index reading to 300.41. In August, the index record year over year was 13%. So if you really look at this, we're up over 10% year over year. Anyone who bought a house at 100% financing, on an average, they're able to sell their home today for a few dollars to put in their pocket. They're not losing. We're not underwater. Thus, we do not see all these foreclosures that, of course, have been predicted now for the past 6 months. I know that my girlfriend, Diana Olick on CNBC, continues to talk about how poorly the market is and foreclosure coming in and no one's getting mortgages and, interest rates are going through the roof. Wrong. We're not seeing that. So next little line here I want to go over. It says month over month, the U.S. National Index posted a seasonal adjusted decrease of 1%. Guys, 1%. The sky is not falling. This isn't Chicken Little. This is true numbers that we go over. It doesn't show that there's any collapsing. In fact, what it does show is that even though interest rates have doubled in less than a year, guess what? People still feel that buying a house, getting a steady mortgage, which you can always somewhere in the future refi down, is so much more deflationary than sitting there renting or being in your parents' basement and living. It's so much better because now you're taking your largest budget, right? The largest thing in your budget, right, is going to be locked in for 30 years and can be decreased. Okay, that is the most important thing when you're looking at inflation. I continue to say it. The CPI number, which gauges inflation, the majority of it, 33% of it, is based upon shelter or housing. And with that being said, it's not intelligent to sit there and rent. I own property out there. I know a lot of people own property, and every single year, without fail, if I'm able to raise rents, I am raising rents. There's no question. Because if that person wants to leave, hasta la vista, baby. Because there's 10 people every time I put up something for rent that are beating down the door and giving me, 10 to 15% more on that money. So with that being said, I think that these numbers are really solid, and that's not even taking in consideration that at this time and in October, we saw rates go over 7, and now rates are down below 6.5. And more, the majority of people out here in Southern California are getting rates in the high 5s, the mid 5s, which are significantly less than nationwide. Next article. Government to back mortgages of 1.1 million in California. This is big news. So now more lenders are going to feel more comfortable at jumbo loans. And as we're going to see, jumbo loans just took a complete dive yesterday and today. So we're going to see, this is a bonus plus, because we're going to see that those houses that if you were looking to purchase are absolutely going to be really prime real estate, because as we see that the interest rates fall hard, we're going to see, fall hard even further. We're going to see that part of the market, the high-end market, is going to come back and going to come back pretty strong, because now they're seeing that these limits are now increased significantly. Next article, which is now it's our fun article here. We're going over what luxury markets. Now, I think that CNBC, you got to take it with a grain of salt, or you got to pop a pill to see these, or whatever, because nothing here really makes sense. It's always a narrative. Now, I looked at this, the number 1 best worldwide luxury markets in Dubai. We're going to go and take a look at this. Really, really awesome. I mean, you're literally on the beach. I would love to live like this. I mean, it's kind of crazy. Look at these. You have pools in front, right? Not only you have the ocean sitting here, you have the pools in front. Kind of crazy. People on the beach. I know these are millions and millions of dollars of property here. I think it's totally cool. But they're saying that in 2023, Dubai luxury homes are going to be going up about 13.5%. Kind of crazy. But here's a few things that I didn't expect. It says Dubai topped the list of prices to increase by 13.5% in 2022. Miami ranks second they think it's a 5% increase. I'm not sure about that. And then it comes over here and it says Dublin, Lisbon, and Los Angeles expected a 4% increase. Ain't no 4% increase coming in Los Angeles. That ain't gonna happen. The mayor, the county, it's just a complete, dumpster fire. So it's not like people are moving into Los Angeles. There is a flood of people moving out of Los Angeles. So again, I'm back to the CNBC, not believing all their numbers. I think they're pumping up, areas in which they feel that they need to have some type of coverage, or they can sell more media that way on their website. But come on, let's be honest. We're literally down in Los Angeles about 10% year over date. Even though we're still up about 10%, we're going down. We're not going up in 2023. That's kind of ridiculous. The worst performers is Seoul. I think, I don't even know why they mentioned Seoul in London. I think the worst performers next year are going to be our infamous China, and I think it's going to be Beijing. I don't even know if they've actually considered Beijing in here. I'm not sure about you, but riots and all the madness that goes on by government control. So I don't think it's going to happen. But when it's all said and done here, if you take a look at it, Seoul, Lisbon, and New York City is the lower half of these. So, all right, and let's get to the rates. And again, I'm very happy to see conventional go down. We are on the cusp of going under 6.5, which is really exciting. But if you look at jumbo went down 30 basis points. Once this news came out, we're going to see jumbo rates, and I think we're going to see them under 6, because if it's backed by the federal government, all these companies, all these mortgage companies, it makes it a lot easier to then get those loans, and follow within the government guidelines of Fannie and Freddie, and then boom, write those loans and then ship them, pack them, and send them off to Fannie and Freddie and know they're going to get paid on the secondary market. Before, the risk was so much greater. Now the risk is gone down to almost nothing. So that's really cool to see. And then the 30-year FHA bumped up slightly. Now we're just over 6.5. I do think that in the next week or so, we're going to see them float down a little bit more, but then we're going to run into the Fed meeting on the 14th. So that's going to be a big pivotal moment. If we see a lot of dovish conversation coming out of the Fed news conference right after them making a decision on how much they're going to raise, I really feel that we can go into the high fives, which is going to be exciting because anybody that's sitting on the sideline saying, hey, I want to wait until January, you might be in a good position to be in. If there's any homes left, all I know is that last week, even though we had a Thanksgiving rolled up, literally about a third of the homes hit the market. It's really, really bad. And of course, taking buyers out and writing offers, there's multiple offers on almost everything right now because there's just no inventory and rates went down. So with that being said, guys, thank you very much for joining us today and listening. We will be back tomorrow with another action-packed adventure video.
Yay!
There we go. I knew I had the peanut gallery sitting over there. I'm almost seeing if she's paying attention, really. You guys have a fantastic day, and I'll see you tomorrow.